Man, let's start this again, man. That was just a trial run, okay? Welcome to the Afternoon Jam 2.0. It's a whole new kind of show. This fantastic Friday afternoon now. We introduce to you my official co-host, who is Ted. You've heard him before. He's been on the show with me before, and he's here as a technician, but now he puts on a different cap, and he is the co-host on the Afternoon Jam. Good afternoon and welcome, Ted.
Wow. That introduction actually made me feel like, like you cared, you were actually excited. Yeah.
I do, and so weird because we like in sync and so coordinated because we both had a haircut.
I know, right?
We're both wearing black shirts.
We're both wearing jeans.
Yeah, and we both had light color shoes. So it looks like we're wearing a uniform for the show.
I know, right? It kind of seems like it's all the same, but no. If you don't believe us, you can join us right now live on our Facebook or our YouTube, and we promise you, we didn't coordinate.
We didn't plan this
at all.
It just happened
at all.
But welcome back to the show, man.
Oh man, I can't tell you how much I've missed talking to my friends, the glory points of my day.
I thought you were gonna say, man, I can't tell you how much I missed you. Like,
oh no, man, why would I miss you?
Dude,
man?
You just saw me on Wednesday.
I know, right? That was already too much.
Yeah, I know. I can be a bit much.
Oh man, don't say that.
But,
I mean, you can think it, but you don't say it out loud.
But you gotta deal with it, my friend.
I guess so. I mean, I've signed up now. Who knows how long I have to deal with you?
Yeah, so welcome to the show, brought to you by Farah for better cooking and world of travel. Right, so what's happening on the show today? First, we're gonna talk to you, Ted, and we're gonna introduce you to two other co-hosts we got.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, new co-hosts coming up. It's just adding on more people, so it's cool.
The more the merrier.
But yeah, so now tell me a bit about yourself. For people who are listening to you for the first time ever, they've heard your name on air, but haven't heard you on air.
Wow.
Just tell us about you.
Well, I'd like to say firstly and foremost, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greeting to everyone and every lovely heart that's out there that's listening to the only radio station you should be listening to at this time, Radio Al Ansar, listening to the new Afternoon Jam 2.0. My name is Ted, or as everyone else calls me, Mohammed, or whichever one lands on your name the best. I am most welcoming to most of my names. Ted Mohammed. I'd like to say fairly young. Am I still young? Can I still
Mohammed Ted. We'll call you Mohammed Ted, yeah.
Mohammed Ted.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24?
I'm 24.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 24 young man.
When will you be turning 25?
Next year.
Oh, so you turn 24 when?
10th of March.
Okay.
All right. And I'm a young man. I stay in Durban. I'm a born and bred Durbanite. Very proud of that.
Right.
I'm very patriotic. I love this place. I love this land. I love the people that are in it. And I have officially converted to liking pineapple on pizza.
Oh, yes. That's a very good one as well. Yeah. Pineapple pizza.
Yeah. So those are the interesting facts about me.
Yeah.
I'm currently sitting next to, this guy next to me. He said we will be doing a great show. He's very accommodating sometimes. So, sometimes a little bit slow on the hair, on the pickup, but he's good.
Happens.
And I'm very happy to be here. Very glad to be back here. I hear we're going to have two guests on here. It's going to be amazing. And as always, please send through your messages on our WhatsApp. I'll be right here reading them. I'm so excited actually to reconnect to some of my old friends that I might have lost contact with, or maybe not, but I actually feel like I could do the whole show standing up. Like I feel so much energy rushing through me. I'm very excited.
You're talking about rushing. Rashida sends us a message, says, welcome, Ted.
Thank you, Rashida. Thank you so much. It's great to be back.
Yes, he says, salams, what happened to Kelly? Nothing happened to Kelly.
Nothing happened to Kelly.
Moved on to a weekend show.
Yes, you should check it out.
9 to 10 on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So today, what's happening on the show? Well, we'll take a look at what's dominating headlines. Also, our main point of discussion today is focused on those last painful days before payday.
Oh, yes. Yes, those last days before payday feel like 3 days, feel like 2 weeks.
Yeah, yesterday was Nelson Mandela Day. Very many organizations went out to keep the spirit of Madiba alive by lending a helping hand to the most vulnerable. So we'll be speaking to one such organization. And also, it's our Friday, so we have our medical consultation with Dr. Beath. That's expected later on. So all this and a whole lot more happening here on the Afternoon Jam. Radio Al Ansar, 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 in Pietermaritzburg. Maghrib today is at 20 past 5, 19 minutes after 5 o'clock. And Isha is at 20 to 7. So let's tell you what's happening today. Fuel prices in South Africa are holding on to over recoveries, which means that there's a small price cut for petrol and now diesel as well. And let's hope that it remains and it goes lower and lower and lower. Yeah. But so mid-month data from the Central Energy Fund pointed to a mixed result for fuel prices. With petrol lining up for a small cut and diesel going the opposite direction, you got petrol decrease of 3 cents, petrol 95 decrease of 7 cents per litre. You got diesel wholesale a decrease of 7 cents per litre. With diesel, a wholesale 0.05 sulfur has an increase of 8 cents per litre, while paraffin goes down by 1 cent. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, when I was a kid, I never understood when people got so excited. Like, it went down by 50 cents. I was like, 50 cents? But that adds up. That adds up a lot.
Yeah, 50 cents makes a big difference. 1 cent, yeah, depending on how much of paraffin you're using at the time.
You know what my grandmother used to say?
No, I don't know your
My grandmother used to say that you can go to a car dealership and try and buy a car for 10,000 Rand with 9,999 Rand, and you still need that 1 Rand. So every cent counts.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about that, man.
What, you bought a Ferrari?
No, man. I went to a car dealership once.
I was to say, I need to see that.
And the same thing, what you're saying, what your grandmother said, she was very right. Okay, because I went to buy an expensive car. But at that time, it was very expensive. It was 100,000 Rand.
That's still expensive today.
Yeah, it is expensive. Okay, but I collected all the money I had. Okay, and and I gave it to the car guy there, the salesman. He counted it. It was 99,999 Rand.
No, you're joking.
I was 1 Rand short.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Oh, what? The short? Okay, I know that I always use that as a metaphor, but did he actually say, you know what, go get the 1 Rand and come back?
That's the thing. He said, like, listen, dude, you know what, you're 1 Rand short.
You're 1 Rand.
I'm like, 1 Rand. So it's like, yeah. I said, he said, no, we have strict standards here.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you have to pay the full amount. I'm like, but it's just 1 Rand. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like thinking, like, what the heck? I mean, 1 Rand, what do I do now? I don't have any more money with me, no cash with me, so I don't have the Rand. I go around other guys looking at cars. I'm like, hey, sorry, man, do you have a Rand for me?
So wait, you're in the car dealership,
yes,
asking other people, hey, do you have 1 Rand for me so I can buy this 100,000 Rand car?
Yeah,
this Merc.
Yeah.
That must have been the funniest. That must have been actually the funniest beggar story they had.
It wasn't funny because I'm asking them seriously, like sorry, it's like, so do you have a Rand for me, please? I just need to borrow a Rand. And they gave me these weird looks.
Yeah, okay? Because you're asking to borrow a Rand to buy a Mercedes. That doesn't correlate. It sounds like one of those scammer peoples that say, if you give me 50 Rand, I'll go home and then I'll send you the money back.
Yeah, so what I did was I'm looking around at people, I'm going whatever. So I went outside and there was a beggar. Before he could ask me for anything, I asked him. I asked him, sorry, man, do you have 1 Rand for me? He's like looking at me like
that was my line.
What do you want 1 Rand for? So I was like, no, I would buy this Merc. He got a shock. He said, hey, take 2 Rand, buy me 1 too.
That's fair. It's like, oh, hold on. There you go ahead, get more, please. If you can get it for 1 and get 5.
Yeah, so now back with news. Britain's new Labour government said today it would resume funding to the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency and called on Israel to allow more aid to enter Gaza. Now, Britain was one of the several countries to halt their fundings to the UN Relief and Works Agency following accusations by Israel that some of the agency's staff were involved in the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel. British Foreign Minister David Lammy told Parliament he was reassured that the agency, which provides education, health and aid to millions of Palestinians, had taken steps enough to ensure it meets the highest standards of neutrality. And also the government provide about £21 million in new funding. Still staying abroad, Microsoft customers worldwide, including South Africa, have been hit by a massive cyber issue. Now, the outage is believed to have be linked to an antivirus software update from cybersecurity firm which is called CrowdStrike. So I've been having issues as well.
Yeah, me too.
And thinking like, what's going on? I spent lots of time deleting pictures and videos, thinking that, okay, that might make a difference, but it didn't.
Oh, no. No. It wouldn't. Isn't it funny, though, that whenever there's a worldwide strike, you think it's only happening to you. Then you start freaking out, and then you start asking other people, like, oh, no, did that happen to you too? No, I can't reach anything. I can't do anything. No, but it's kind of an eye-opener because as soon as it all shuts down, you realize that they actually control a lot of our technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the UN said today that talks between the United Nations envoy and delegations from both parties in Sudan have proven an encouraging first step. War has raged since April 2023 between the Sudanese Regular Army and the Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces. Now, it's also said that these delegations from the army are focusing on humanitarian aid and in protecting the civilians. So that's good news coming out from there. It's a 4:43. This is the Afternoon Jam. You're on Radio Al-Ansar. My name is Fahim. With me is Ted. Our technician today is Mondley. Nice to see you after a long time, Mondley. Stick around and keep it locked on.
قلبي وروحي أحرفي ولساني عربية حسبي بأنك منطقي وبياني عربية قلبي وروحي أحرفي ولساني عربية ثم الوصوف تضيع في أوصافك فبك استباح الشعر يشدو أعذب الألحان يا روعة سلبت شغاف القلب في ترنيمها يا بلسما كم طيبت قلب الكثير العاني في مفرداتك هامت الأرواح حين استعذبت حرفا وقولا صادقا وفصاحة ومعاني حسبي بأنك منطقي وبياني عربية قلبي وروحي أحرفي ولساني عربية ثم الوصوف تضيع في أوصافك فبك سباح الشعر يشدو أعذب الألحان كيف المديح يجيء إن كنت التي أعني بها أنت البحور ومنك خير الدر والمرجان عربية يا ليت شعري هل ستوفي كلمة ولقد نهلنا فيك فقه المنهج الرباني عربية حسبي بأنك منطقي وبياني
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist, World of Travel. As we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah, we also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 8877 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Hey, don't you hate it when your cake or icing just doesn't come out right?
Oh, all the time. It's so frustrating.
Well, have you tried Wooden Spoon? It's a margarine specifically made for baking, and it creates perfect icing as well, every time.
Really? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, not only that, it's by the South African Cake Decorators Guild. And you know what else? When I use Wooden Spoon, it makes me feel like I'm baking with the pros.
This cake is amazing. What's the secret ingredient?
Wooden Spoon margarine, my friend. It's the magic to perfect baking every time.
At Amina's Wonder Spice, we know that many of you already enjoy the pleasure of cooking with our 100% pure ginger and garlic. Our unique masala paste have created a new dimension and variety to your dishes. For all these reasons and more, we've called it a Wonder Spice. Amina's Wonder Spice, creating a unique taste in a paste. Available throughout South Africa, neighboring countries, and also in the UK. Contact us on 031 577 5023 or www.aminaspice.co.za.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
It's a 4:48. You're on the Afternoon Jam with me, Fahim and Ted. Latest traffic update. What's happening on the roads, Mr. Ted?
Well, today seems like a busy day on the roads. But stationary vehicles on the N2 southbound after the Ram from Mhlanga is now clear. Please drive safely. N2 southbound after Mhlanga left lane is closed. Drive carefully. A stationary vehicle on the N3 eastbound after the Ram from Market Road left lane is closed. Expect delays from that, people. Drive slowly, drive carefully. Please, please, please. Crash on the Ram from Dr. Kota Motella Road westbound after Church Street. Ram from N3 westbound. Lane is closed. Please be careful and please be safe going down that way.
Well, thank you very much. You can connect with us on 06090411056. Aisha says, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, Ted. You guys make a great team. All the best from Sister Aisha Desai. Jazakallah. Thank you for your message.
Thank you, Aisha.
Salams for him and Muhammad. Ted, welcome back. I know you will make a good co-pilot. Inshallah. Ameen. Missing Kelly, though.
Oh, you can join her.
Yeah. Salams to both. Hey, welcome. Ted, nice to hear your voice. This is from Sarah Bibi Mustafa Barag. You remember her?
Oh, I remember her. I've missed her dearly.
A fantastic show, Afternoon Jam, with you and Fahim. Jazakallah. Thank you so much. Right. So now we're left with about 2 weeks before the month ends. Just under 2 weeks. Okay. And, well, I've been hearing some of my friends complain about how hard it is, around this time of the month, where money runs out or you have to now be very thrifty. So there's this video of this woman that went viral, and she posted a video of her life just before payday, and the comment section went crazy.
Oh,
as many people actually related to it. So now let me tell you, we saw some crazy combinations. Like, did you know that flour can be used as a substitute for soup?
Sorry, come again. Hold on. I think my earphones cut out there for a second.
Yeah, flour
can be used as what?
Substitute for soup.
I think you're not saying that word right. I'm hearing soup.
Yeah.
Like S-O-U-P?
You're hearing correctly.
Flour.
Exactly.
The thing that we use to make bread and
correct,
dough?
Correct. Well, let me tell you. Well, you tell us, how do you cope financially in the last days of each month? Now, we'll give you some tips on how to make your money stretch in those final days. What you can do is you can sell what you don't need.
Oh, obviously. That is the first step,
Yeah, if you got no money until payday, then if you thought about some items that you probably have lying around at home that could earn you some extra income, sell them. There's Facebook Marketplace, that's the perfect place to sell things, or often you have your community groups where you can put things up for sale. Or you might also have a wardrobe that is full with lots of clothing, which you're not using. So, yeah. Also, look for places to make savings on your bills. Like, you may find that you can save on your bills if you shop around. Look for items that are lower priced. There is always a lower priced item for what you're looking for.
Always. And I think, me personally, I don't know if you know this is true, I say aunties know the best places for the best prices. Isn't that true?
That's absolutely.
You can go through any search box, any coupon list, but if you ask your aunts, where's the best place to buy rice, she'll tell you in a heartbeat.
She'll know. Now, you can save money on your food shopping. That's a no-brainer when it comes to getting your finances in order. However, it's really not about just looking for deals at the supermarkets, because most of us, we could do better on the food wasting front. We could plan meals better, and this will have a great effect when it comes to saving on your bills. And also you can find that there's that better planning will result in less food going to the bin, and you will significantly lower your food bill. So, also, you can spread your bills across the month. So some people find it that it helps for them to split each month into like 4 weeks. Well, each month does have. So instead of looking at the whole month as one whole, so what you're going to do is consider your bills. They are taken from one account and then spread them over the month, instead of them having to come out all at one go. So it doesn't feel like it's a big chunk at one go. It comes off slowly, so it feels better.
Do you think that's a better approach?
I'd rather just pay everything one time.
I am exactly there with you, because I hate the fact of you pay one bill, then you go on with your life. The next down the line, a notification comes in, and then it reminds you, by the way, you have another bill to pay. I'd rather just finish with them all one time.
Or you could open up more than one bank account and you can allocate money to different accounts for different purposes. Like I'll pay my electricity bill from this account. I'll
You're
pay.
very smart. It's very smart.
At times, yeah.
You're a wise man.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. You can teach your kids this. You know, an old wise man once said, "Open up more than one bank account."
I'll make sure to tell them that and make sure to put in the old part. But we move on to our very two special guests coming in here, and I feel like it's invasion of the Fs because I have Fahim, Fatima, and Faria. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good.
Amazing.
You guys see me later. How was your day today?
It was okay.
Okay.
Busy day.
Busy day.
Yeah, really busy day.
Oh, really busy day.
So Fatima, how do you save money?
Generally, whatever money I get, I just like save it in my cupboard, keep it in certain boxes. I don't really spend that much actually.
What do you spend on though?
If I ever like want something like a certain item or whatever,
Yeah, like
then
what
I save
item?
up. At one point, I wanted AirPods really badly, so
Alright.
I saved up, and then somehow I just didn't want them anymore, so I just had that money.
Oh,
That's a good situation.
well, yeah. Oh, that's a very good situation. You saved up. Now you just have a nice little pocket list.
Yeah.
Now, what about you, Fariha? What do you spend on?
What are your challenges?
I don't really spend on anything.
Oh no, you never once looked at maybe a nice scarf, a pair of glasses, anything like that you wanted?
Not really.
So you save everything that you get.
Yeah.
But I know you spend a lot of money on your sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put headphones on so you can hear yourselves. We'll do that in a short while. We got a message here. It says, "Thank you, Muhammad Ted. You were missed on the station." Then Muhammad Ayaz, what does he say? This kid is dry. Okay, no, so he says that he feels like a proud father. Ah, Ted,
Aw.
feels like you have a dad there.
yeah, I'll make him my second one.
Yeah, so like
third.
third. Okay, so let's see what the Sneem has to say. Tasneem sends his voice note.
Assalamu alaikum. Abu Bakr speaking. Inshallah, everyone gets home safely.
Okay,
Aw.
it's thank you for your message, Abu Bakr. I think for it's mom's Tasneem's number that we have, but yeah, you're making dua that everybody gets home safely. That's a nice dua. Jazakallah. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
You can talk to us on 060-904-1056. It's 5 to 5. We'll have news at 5 o'clock. And then after that, we'll be joined by Dr. Bayat. If you have any medical questions, we will give you absolutely free medical advice. So the question is, till you don't want headphones, ladies. You're okay with that? Okay, fine. Now, okay, what does this say? Salams for him. Always a pleasure listening to your show. And so great hearing you, Ted. Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you, Sophia. It means means way more than you know.
That it does mean more than that you say it's always a pleasure listening to the show. And then, as an afterthought, you say great hearing you, Ted. Like, okay, that means something.
As an afterthought, really? You really have to take the sense. I think she likes hearing me, but she just knows that she'll wait to find you on the show. But they really want to listen to me.
You carry on thinking. Yeah. So what are the ways you save money? How do you save money?
Well, what I do to save money, and I find that it really helps, is that I know that life is unpredictable, but you plan it ahead.
Okay.
You think of what you have to do throughout the month. You allocate your estimated amounts to it. And because everyone's liable of a little bit of an extra spend, maybe you allocate this much money to buy clothes, but then you see, shoes that you really wanted. So then you splurge a little bit. So I say write it up or find a way to allocate each amount of money. And then in that way, I think it really helps to manage it because it's all in front of you and you can see where your money's going.
Okay. I buy a full chicken and I divide it into 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I save money. Instead of buying 4 quarters.
No.
What?
I think
Yeah.
you might have had that a little bit mixed up.
A full chicken is cheaper than 4 quarters.
Yeah, but is it?
Yes, it is.
So you buy a full chicken and then split it in 4 quarters. I mean, that is.
Push it over 4 days. Yeah.
Listen, your logic is sound, but your method is a big question.
What's wrong with that?
So you buy. Why don't you just? Isn't that a waste? We just spoke about waste.
It's not wasting. You're going to eat the 4 quarters.
You're going to eat the 4 quarters at once
over a period of 4 days.
Over a period of 4 days.
Exactly.
I see.
If I gave you $1,000,
yeah,
what would you spend on, Fatima? Zahra?
Probably scarves at this point.
Scarves.
Scarves.
Yeah.
1,000 rand worth of scarves.
Well, half of it, and then otherwise, I also like buying different clothes, different shoes, opening my wardrobe.
Okay, so why would you spend, if I give you $1,000, why would you spend on scarves right now? Don't you have enough scarves?
I like different colors and buying things and matching. It's something I enjoy doing.
So you spend on scarves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Fariha, what about
Fariha?
you? 1,000 rand. What would you spend it on?
Right here in front of you.
Like-
Anything you wildest imagine.
Clothes and like cute things for my room.
Oh, decorations.
Yeah.
I see.
Sophia says you were missed, Ted, a lot. Great hearing you both.
Oh, you see how she only said my name in there. She
I
didn't
can
say
see.
your name.
I can see that.
All right.
Here's a message from Dr. M.A. Khan. It says, pay your bills and buy essentials only until near the end of the month. Then spoil yourself if you have extra after that. Dr. Khan, you're right. I mean, it's very sound advice.
That's very sound.
That you're going to pay your bills, buy your essentials, all that's done.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you're getting closer to the end of the month, you realize, okay, I have some extra. Okay, then I can probably go out for a meal, spend myself on something.
Get
buy
an
a few.
extra scarf.
Yeah, I do things like that. Yeah. Cool. Assalamu alaikum to the Afternoon Jam team. I'm so happy to hear that Trouble 1 and Trouble 2 are back together again. Missed you two together. Sister Shanaz from the UK.
Sister Shanaz, I've missed you so much.
But I love the way you're calling us Trouble 1 and Trouble 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought maybe you're calling Fatima Zahra and Fariha Trouble 1 and Trouble 2. But she's actually referring to us. Oh my word, okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Bakr speaking. I save my money by giving some to the poor, spending some, and putting some in my turns. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. He saves his money by giving some to the poor. That's true. That is excellent.
That is excellent.
Because we all know the more you give, the more you
Get
get.
back.
So yeah, so he saves his money, he gives to the poor, and probably gets back, and he has enough money to put into his tin. You remember that? Did you ever have a money box when you were growing up?
Oh, definitely. I had those old school glass tins of coffee. I used those and I stored every penny and cents that if I found.
Oh, you mean like that like Rick Coffee tin?
Yes.
Oh, you made that into a money box?
Yes, I did.
Oh, when you were small, you were poor.
I mean, I was. Keyword was there, not anymore. Because I saved all those pennies. I learned from Granny.
Coffee tin as a money box. Yeah, okay. Nice.
What'd you have as a coffee tin?
As a coffee tin?
Yeah, as a coffee tin.
No, I didn't have a coffee tin.
Then what'd you use?
For what?
To save money.
I didn't save money.
Saving is a skill you learn later on.
Yeah, later on. Yeah, nice to hear you two sweetie pies on the radio. MashaAllah, Fatima Zahra is to spend money on clothes. My hugs and kisses to the two little sweetie pies. Okay, Jazakallah, thank you. It's 5 o'clock. It's time for news. Eric with the latest details, and we'll talk to you after that. Stick around, stay with us here on the Afternoon Jam, brought to you by Farah for better cooking and World of Travel. Nice to have you locked on to 90.4 FM and 105.6.
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Making news this Saturday, 19th of July, the news from Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg 105.6 FM. A group to pursue class action lawsuit against UPL company America Munina. Local media says 3 years after Canibia warehouse was torched, releasing chemicals into the air and sea, a group of Durban residents have come together to claim damages. The 12 applicants and the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance have asked the Durban High Court for permission now to pursue a class action lawsuit against the UPL South Africa. The company's warehouse went up in flames after looters set it ablaze during the July unrest in 2021. The facility had been storing bulk supply of herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides. The fire burnt for days, sparking health concerns for northern Durban residents. Report says there was secondary environmental disaster when chemicals mixed with rain and water used to put out the blaze washed into northern beaches, killing thousands of fish. The claimants are represented by lawyers Zane Landau and Richard Spoor. London says that the amount being sought after for damages is yet to be established. More news. Some opposition parties in Etegwini have expressed differing views regarding the government's proposals to address the persistent problems facing the city. During his opening of Parliament address yesterday, President Ramaphosa announced plans to restore the metro to its former glory. They include a presidential task team that will operate within the city's ranks. Action SA leader in KwaZulu-Natal, Zwakele Mtwango, says only Section 139B of the Constitution will solve Etegwini's troubles. In fixing infrastructure following disaster, Western Cape Premier Alan Winder says the GNU should be all-inclusive in its approach.
We know that we are now the province with the third most citizens, the third largest population in our country. But, Mr. President, we get the fifth most budget. We need to make sure, and I will fight for our fair share of the budget in this province. Mr. President, but I will also work with the province of Gauteng and the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because they also need to make sure they get the fair share of budget, because we are fast growing, and I promise you it is education, it is health that feel the brunt, because we have more and more learners and more patients in our hospitals. But Mr. President, I really do welcome the call yesterday. I welcome this government of national unity's positioning that we feel around a massive disaster.
Still with that government of national unity, however, the chief whip of the MK party in Parliament, John Sloper, says the GNU, Government of National Unity, was formed out of desperation.
The ANC could not secure majority. It became desperate, and the government, so-called government of national unity, was no more than a desperate and deliberate attempt to hold on to power. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Now, if the ANC formed the so-called government of national unity on the basis that it was the largest party, you ask yourself, why was that principle not extended to the province of KZN? The MK party is very clear. We are aware that your propagandists have been spreading the lie that a national unity government in South Africa could help deepen democracy because it means no one political party can impose its agenda on all and sundry. But we are not fooled, Mr. President. We are not fooled.
The airports company South Africa today confirms that its services have not been affected by CrowdStrike outage, which led to some airlines suspending flights. The outage affected airlines, banks, television channels, and other businesses worldwide. A major U.S. airline initially grounded all flights due to communication issue through American Airlines, later said it had reinstated its flights. Airports across the world say that check-in systems were down and services were being handled manually. Now, a spokesperson here in South Africa, Ntokozo Mazibuko of the airports company in South Africa, says that they do not use CrowdStrike system or services, and as such, their system are running as normal. And finally, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Nasser Kenani says that the resolution passed by the Israeli Parliament, Knesset, which rejects the establishment of a Palestinian state, once again shows the world the racist nature of the Zionist usurping regime. The spokesperson stressed that the Palestinian nation has the right to and fight against the occupiers until they restore all rights amid the inaction of the international community, particularly the UN, and its failure to secure legitimate rights and to enforce international resolutions against Israel. The Kenani's remarks come as the Knesset ruled or voted 68-9 to pass a resolution, which then rejected the establishment of a Palestinian state. In your weather, it's 25 degrees. A quick reminder of our top story. Local media says 3 years after Konibia warehouse was torched, releasing chemicals into the air and sea, a group of Durban residents have now come together to claim damages. That's the news.
تعقد ليه في حياتك وبتحزن وتتأثر لو كنت ناسي تذكر سيرتنا بينا وفكر اسمع كلام وتفاءل بشر ولا تنفر ويوحد الله في قلبك قادر في عسرك ينسر صلي على النبي وتبسم ده النبي تبسم وتبسم ده النبي تبسم اللهم صلي عليه صلي على النبي وتبسم ده النبي تبسم وتبسم ده النبي تبسم اللهم صلي عليه وصلي وادعي من قلبك هيبعد الهم عنك طول ما انت مؤمن بربك هيكون عند حسن ظنك وقول يا رب انا عبدك راضي بقضائك وعدلك اعقلها بس وتوكل وخلي على الله املك صلي على النبي وتبسم ده النبي تبسم وتبسم ده النبي تبسم اللهم صلي عليه صلي على النبي وتبسم ده النبي تبسم وتبسم ده النبي تبسم اللهم صلي عليه جبت اليأس منين قول لي إيمانك فين كله بأمر الله والعسر بين يسرين جبت اليأس منين قول لي إيمانك فين كله بأمر الله والعسر بين يسرين صلي على النبي وتبسم ده النبي تبسم وتبسم ده النبي تبسم.
It's Tabassum. You are here on the afternoon jam with your Ansar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 5:10 on this Friday afternoon, the 19th of July 2024. If you've just put on your radio, good afternoon, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Right now, we're joined by an NPO that was among the first responders after the deadly tornado devastated the Tongaat area. Now, in keeping with the spirit of Madiba, the organization will share some of the activities planned for the day. Joining us this afternoon is the chairperson of the Umhlanga Women's Association, Pranitha Anirudh Kava. Good afternoon and welcome.
A very good afternoon to you, Fahim, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Absolute pleasure. It's nice that I can see you. It seems like you are in studio, yet you're not. Now, yesterday we observed Mandela Day. Can you tell us about the activities that the Umhlanga Women's Association had for the day?
Okay, so in celebration of Mandela Day and in true Madiba style legacy, we had an activation at the Gateway Shopping Centre where we invited our partners and the general public to come through, make sandwiches, donate groceries, non-perishable items, pre-loved clothing, as well as hygiene packs and sanitary wear to people affected by the Tongaat and surrounding areas tornado.
How was the participation from the community in Umhlanga?
So we were very, overwhelmed with the amazing support and love. And interestingly enough, there were people as far as Pinetown and Stanger. So it didn't only reach the people of Umhlanga. We had over 220 volunteers who came through to make sandwiches, to pack groceries, to even help carry things. We really were excited with this, with the sense of Ubuntu, and everyone really was there with the true spirit of Ubuntu.
Now, what did you hope to achieve through this Mandela Day event?
So for us, the main things were, our partners really came to the party. Firstly with Knorr and Unilever, they donated hundreds of blankets to us. As you know, the temperatures in KZN have really dropped. So there was hundreds of blankets that were donated, as well as soup, which, interestingly enough, we had a donation of 428 kettles to put over open fires. So the Knorr soup in there is an instant meal. So what we found over, it's been over a month, we have found that kids need to go back to school. They need school supplies. They need stationery. They need school uniforms. A month later, there is still devastation in those areas. So the whole purpose of Mandela Day was around food, sustaining people, as well as to get kids back in school. So stationery, school supplies, blankets, hygiene packs, etc.
Now, describe the situation on the ground now. Are there still many people affected?
So the three major areas that have been hit during the KZN tornado have been sea tides, sand fields, and Magwaveni. A lot of people ask, you guys were the first responders, what was it like? Or even now, if you go there a month later, what is it like? And our response is always whatever you see on social media multiplied by 10. Because when you're on the ground, it's very, very different. So you had to look at the way it is right now. The school February Secondary, which feeds into the Magwaveni area, where 7,000 homes or dwellings were completely demolished. There's still 260 students who haven't come back to school today. So this is an ongoing effort, which is why we need a public and private people to step up, like Unilever, like Knorr, like Gateway, like Altacon, who came yesterday and continue to support.
Now, how can people get involved in the relief efforts?
So our relief efforts are ongoing. I'm sure many of you who are familiar with it, they say it isn't, an overnight solution, long road. Thankfully, we are working with our partners, with people like, as I said, Gateway, who have given us a temporary pop-up store. If people want to get involved, donate. We're very big on sustainability. So it's extremely challenging in these areas. Donate your time. Donate your pre-loved clothing, donate stationery and cash as well. As an organization, we are a registered nonprofit with the Section 18A. In whichever way you can help, even with pre-loved items, we will take it. We have a store at Gateway, and the public are more than welcome. And actually, we would encourage you to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook, and we also have a website. Follow us, volunteer your time. However you can help, please do help us.
Pranita, thank you so much for talking to us today. It was an absolute pleasure, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for the time and the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and have a good evening. That was the chairperson of the Umhlanga Women's Association, Pranita Anirudh-Kava, talking to us about the disaster situation in Umhlanga, in Tongass.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث باسم
of Marhum Muhammad Farooq Lateeb and all Marhumin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them the highest abode in Jannah. Ameen.
أعزائي المستمعين، حان الآن موعد أذان المغرب لمدينة دربن وما حولها.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This dua brought to you by Simplex Radio, South Africa's leading retailer of appliances, car sound and home theater systems.
These surahs after Azan are brought to you by Amina's Wonder Spice and Wonder Dates, 9 Peters Road, Springfield, Durban.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Having a clean, comfortable home is every homeowner's pride. That's why Khan's Chemicals have developed and manufactured prime yet affordable quality household brands Starlight, Miracle Mum, Exterminate, and Angie to care for your home and family. With a wide range of fabric softeners, dishwashing liquids, bleachers, and all-purpose cleaners, pine gels, bubble baths, and much more, Khan's Chemicals ensures your home remains our #1 priority. For sales and other inquiries, call 011 933 4021. Khan's Chemicals, cleaning your home the way you want.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
Plan your dream holiday with this specialist, World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Don't miss out. The annual fundraising dinner 2024 Al-Aqsa in the End Times is here. On the 26th of July, head to the NMJ Islamic Center, Henry Road, Morningside. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. for Maghrib at 6 p.m. The draw-dropping highlights include free ticket giveaways to Al-Aqsa, riveting talks on Dajjal and the End Times, proudly brought to you by Shoamitas Travels, and an exclusive book launch by Sheikh Fahim. Tickets are just 250 Rand. Grab yours now and be a part of this epic event.
Attention Westville, get ready for a brand new Sunday market at the Village Market Mall. Join us at 123 Jan Hofmeer Road on the 4th of August for a day filled with breakfast, brunch, lunch or an early dinner. Enjoy horseback riding, kids entertainment and fantastic shopping for everyone. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m, we've got your perfect Sunday plan. Visit the Sunday Village Market at 123 Jan Hofmeer Road, Westville, right across from Westville Boys High and next to the Sufi Masjid. Mark your calendars for the 4th of August. See you there.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the Afternoon Jam, brought to you by Pharaoh for Better Cooking and World of Travel. If you just joined us, nice to have you with us on this Friday afternoon, the 19th of June at 5:27. Ted, you're holding up there.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't sound so uninterested.
I mean, I just realized that I'm stuck with you for a little bit longer, but I'm okay. I'll be all right. I have my friends here. I have Dr. Bayat joining us very soon, so the atmosphere gets much better as the time goes.
You know, I'm looking at your face on a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and looking at you now like this with your haircut, you remind me of Mike Tyson in a young version.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're saying that as a compliment or or
an insult.
Yeah, because he kind of, am I the only one who thought that he kind of looked like a very mellow pit bull? He kind of reminded me of a pit bull most of the time.
Wait, turn that side completely. And I looking like Muhammad Ali.
Imagine you could be a 2-in-1. You could fight with yourself.
A mixture of both.
You're just gonna have a problem biting off your ear.
Oh wow! Yeah, that would be a tough one to do.
Yeah. So if you have any medical questions, anything medically related, we will give you free medical advice on 060-904-1056. Rashida says, I like Ted's accent. Yes, that's his radio accent he puts on.
Oh
air.
yeah, definitely. I put this on only for radio. I only talk like this on radio.
You must hear him talk normally. You won't recognize him.
Hey, you won't hear me, ne? You won't hear me.
No, talk your normal accent, like from Durban, Chatsworth.
Fair to Manja, how am I supposed to do that when you?
Your Indian accent, man. Your Indian
my
accent.
Indian accent.
Yes.
No, man. I don't have no Indian accent. You know, I'm here to do radio. I'm trying to be professional. Why you making me like this now? We on live with many people. My friends and people are here. My family's watching me. Why are you making me sound like this?
You sound like an Indian colored mix.
Well, yeah, that's the whole Durban vibe, isn't
You
it?
sound like an Indian that fell down and got hurt.
And he couldn't afford to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I couldn't. But if you need to go to the doctor, you have any doctor questions for us, we have Dr. Bayat joining us in studio today. Send through your WhatsApp messages and yeah, assalamu alaikum, doctor. How are you doing today?
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. How are you guys?
Alhamdulillah, all good, thanks. Haven't been seen you in quite some time. You haven't been around. And then we had the Muharram broadcast.
Yeah, all the Muharram broadcasts, and then one or two other things came up. But now hopefully we'll have a long run, inshallah.
I mean, how's I know you were away on holiday for a while.
Yeah, I took a short break. It was nice, enjoyable.
But don't you feel when you come back from a holiday, you need a holiday to recover from that holiday?
Only for that first 48 hours.
Right.
After that, everything's okay.
Then you get back into the groove.
You're back into the groove of things, yeah.
Yeah, so for a person who's gone on holiday and is like, has that like fatigue, what should they do? After the holiday, they're like tired and just, although they took the break to have a break from their normal life.
You need another break.
But now you need another break because you exerted yourself so much on this break.
They need to replenish their bank account and then they feel fine after that.
So with the bank account.
Holidays are expensive nowadays. Even if you go local, it's just as expensive. You spend a week overseas or you spend a week down here, you end up spending a lot of money.
Right. Yeah, like the same thing. Yeah. So what's been? I know lots of people have been getting the flu quite badly and ending up in hospital as well.
Yeah, that we had a bit of a swine flu and a bit of bird flu and all of that. So it's a combination of all the different flus, and then the weather. One day is hot, one day it's cold. Mornings are cool, lunchtime is hot, evenings are cool. So that causes what is known as a head cold. It causes a lot of rhinitis and things like that. So whenever you have that post-nasal drip, that mucus running behind your throat, you end up with infections, and then you become very susceptible to pick up any bug that you may come across in the supermarkets and stuff.
And is there any way to counteract that? I know that we can't.
You can wear a mask. You can wear a mask if you want.
Fair.
But that's about it. You can wear a mask. Other than that, it's very difficult to contain a virus.
Now, a message here says, Salams Doc, I've been blessed to be invited to do my first Umrah this year. My husband, last visit, he got very ill on his last visit. Can you tell me what medication must I take with me for my trip?
You see, it's everyone gets sick. Even when we were there in February, my wife got sick. My mom, everyone gets sick basically because of the conditions there. You do a lot of. It's very strenuous. It's very physical, right? And on top of that, we drink a lot of cold Zamzam water, and also the weather is extreme. In the evenings, it's very cool and breezy compared to the rest of the day where it's very, very, very hot. Right. So basically, you just need to take a course of antibiotics, like whatever you usually take when you get sick, like amoxicillin, some antihistamines, cough mixture. Cough mixture is very expensive in Saudi. Yeah? We paid, I think, 250 or 260 rand for a normal bottle of DPH, diphenhydramine.
What did that cost here?
9 rand. Or 8
what?
rand.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then and most of the combinations they got there are combined with codeine. You see, so usually if you end up taking that, it knocks you out, and you miss your namazes, you miss your tawaf, you miss everything, because you feel very tired with the codeine combination. So it's better to just take a cough mixture from here, and then obviously the usual tablets for vomiting and for running stomach. And yeah, that's about it. The rest are the things you don't really need. Panado you can get everywhere.
But how is it so expensive? I mean, something that's 10 rand here be almost 250 rand there.
Because you see here we have a lot of generics.
Okay.
There they have mainly all the branded stuff. Like if you go and buy a bottle of Panado syrup, right? It's going to cost you about 60 to 70 rand compared to the normal generic, which is going to cost you about 6 or 7 rand.
Yeah,
in South Africa.
Okay.
Right. Anything that's been around for many years, because of inflation, it has to increase every year by 5 or 6%.
Right.
So if you look at a product that's been around for 60 years now, it's going to be way more expensive than a product that just came out recently, even though it's the same thing, because it's very difficult for a brand to reach 50 rand and then say, okay, this month we're gonna change it down to 49 rand now, 48, and move back.
Yeah.
So everything keeps going up. So most of these branded products, even with foods and not only with medicine, with everything, is much more expensive because of the rate of inflation. Every year it goes up by 5 or 6%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's awful.
So that's the situation there. So if you're traveling, but I guess this when you're traveling anywhere around the world.
But I'll tell you something else, right? I had one of my patients called me the other day, 2 days ago. I got chickenpox in Dubai.
Okay.
You don't get calamine lotion in Dubai.
Oh,
really?
Oh.
Yeah, there's no calamine lotion there.
Why is that?
Oh,
I just know it's just something they don't have. So he had to buy one of these aloe gels and all sorts of other things.
Chickenpox.
Well, he'll tell me when he gets back. Yeah. Okay.
But I feel sorry for him now. He's on holiday in Dubai and gets chickenpox and he's stuck
and
now.
that's awful.
Yeah, no, he's going to be there for a few weeks, but yeah, he'll be okay, inshallah.
I mean, salams all. Can Dr. Saab please mention what foods not to eat for osteoarthritis? Because I have it in my knees and it's terribly sore, especially at night. The pain and cramps wake me up. I'm in a lot of pain, having physio and biokinetics.
Osteoarthritis is a disease of the joint. It's something that happens as you age, right? So basically, at any given time, you have a bit of fluid between your joints, like your knee joint, for example, right? You're between the top bone and the bottom one, you'll have some fluid. As you get older, the fluid depletes. So what tends to happen is when you move, that bone touches. When that thing touches, that's when you get inflammation. So there's no foods or anything like that can counteract arthritis. That's just part of getting old. If you suffer from gout or you suffer from things like that, then obviously you keep away from meat and for non-Muslims, they keep away from alcohol and things like that. But generally for arthritis, you just got to keep the joint warm. You got to exercise. You got to be flexible to not let it progress at a rapid rate. But there's no reversal of it, and there's no cure for it. You just keep it under control by taking analgesics and anti-inflammatories.
So it's one of those things.
And he's talking about cramping. Cramping is not really one of the symptoms or signs of arthritis. Cramping is more a muscular thing. That could be because of dehydration. Most of the elderly patients are taking diuretics, in the form of furosemide, Lasix, Redac, these tablets which cause you to go to the toilet a lot. So in that case, you need to have a supplement, something like Plenish K or calcium gluconate. So this will replenish all the potassium and the other salts that are not taken back by the kidney when you take diuretics. They all get released in your urine. So you need to take that because those are essential things that prevent cramping of the muscles.
Jazakallah. Thank you for that. If you have any medical questions, you are most welcome to send us WhatsApp message now or voice note on 060 904 1056. See you on the afternoon Jam Radio Al Ansar with me, Fahim Jamada, and Ted. The show brought to you by World of Travel and Farah for better cooking. It's now 5:37.
رسول الحب أمنيتي متى عيني ترى عينيك ففي قلبي مسافات يذوبها الحنين إليك رسول رسول الحب أمنيتي متى عيني ترى عينيك ففي قلبي مسافات يذوبها الحنين إليك يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا إمامنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا شفيعنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم عرفتك طيبا سهلا عرفت الحب منك وفيك فمهما ضاق بي همي سيفرج بالصلاة عليك عرفتك طيبا سهلا عرفت الحب منك وفيك فمهما ضاق بي همي سيفرج بالصلاة عليك يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا إمامنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا شفيعنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم غرست الحب في الدنيا فحن الجذع بين يديك وسبحت الحصى شوقا وإيمانا على كفيك غرست الحب في الدنيا فحن الجذع بين يديك وسبحت الحصى شوقا وإيمانا على كفيك يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا شفيعنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا إمامنا يا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا شفيعنا يا محمد.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
Keeping our families healthy this winter can seem like a daunting task. Why not ask your pharmacist about the Lung Shield range? The Lung Shield range includes capsules that provide support for lung conditions, a syrup for your kids that boosts the immune system and promotes healthy lungs, and a one-of-a-kind effervescent that contains 13 essential ingredients to optimize immune function. Make your family's health your top priority this winter with the Lung Shield range, available from all leading pharmacies. Lung Shield, prescribed by doctors, recommended by pharmacists.
Swipe and save at Checkers Foods Cowie Park with amazing deals like Parmalat or Bonita 500 grams salted butter. Buy 2 for 140 rand, saving you $50. Nescafe Gold Instant Coffee 200 grams for only 139.99, saving you 50 rand. Crystal Valley Long Life Milk 6 by 1 liter for just 89.99, saving you 10 rand. Omo Auto Washing Powder 2 kilos or liquid detergent 1.5 liter or capsule 16 per pack for just 79.99, saving you 25 rand. Deals valid until Sunday, July 21st. Only at Checkers Foods Cowie Park, now certified by the NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust, across our butchery, bakery and deli.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
On the Afternoon Jam, Radio Ansar, 90.4 FM now, 18 to 7 o'clock, and actually 6 o'clock. Messages on 0609041041056. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fahim and the doctor, I have a cough for a year now. I had a chest x-ray, it's clear. My nasal drip is bad and the phlegm is so thick I cannot spit it out. Taking prednisone, but nothing is helping with the cough.
Yeah, no, she needs to probably start taking some ACC, which is a mucolytic. Will loosen the mucus and take it out, and she needs to take an antihistamine to stop the postnasal drip. So you have to stop the cause. You have to stop that tap. You know that tap that always leaks in the kitchen, one drop at a time. No matter how much you tighten it, it still leaks. You know, that's what a postnasal drip is. So during the day, it's okay because it all goes down into the stomach. But at night, you lie down, it goes into the chest. So that needs to be stopped firstly. Yeah. So she should go and see a doctor, and I'm sure they can. It's not a very difficult problem to sort out.
Is it? Would it need to see any doctor or an ENT?
No, first go and see your GP. GP will help you out. Yeah.
Okay. I hope you got the answer there, sister. Salams for him, Ted. Doc foods that affect hiatal hernia. Is there any meds that will help? We'll listen in Jazakallah so much. What foods will affect the hernia?
Well, see, a hiatus hernia, basically, you see, you get different types of hernias. Now, hiatus hernia is, like I mentioned before, you have a big muscle that separates your chest from your abdominal cavity, right? It's known as the diaphragm. Now, in that diaphragm, there are many openings through which different vessels and things need to go through. So one of the vessels that go through is your esophagus, right? So there's a certain amount of give and way that it has, but as soon as there's a problem with that thing, it starts to slide up. So once it starts sliding upwards into the chest, then obviously it elongates the stomach. So the opening of the stomach, then instead of being closed, it's open. So what happens? Whatever is in the stomach starts to reflux into the chest,
hurts.
and that's why you get that terrible burning pain over here. You see, so. The same thing that goes for gastritis, all things that cause gastritis and cause acidity, those are the same things you should avoid when you have a hiatus hernia. But ultimately, a hiatus hernia has to be corrected surgically. You have to go for an operation and it has to be corrected. Otherwise, it can lead to very serious consequences. So just to give a basic outline, foods that you need to stop when you have these conditions are your acidic. A lot of people say that, I have orange juice. Is that okay? But orange juice is citric acid. It's basically acid. So you don't have anything that has orange juice. Bananas seem to aggravate it as well. It's very spicy food seem to aggravate it. Then you get tablets like Disprin, aspirin, all your non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like Voltaren, Brufen, Mibulin, all those things. Even if you take it immediately after food, they still cause an irritation. So those are the main things that you need to avoid.
I hope that answered your question. If you have questions, right now we are in studio with our resident doctor, that's Dr. Bayat, who will answer your questions. We give you free medical consultations on 060-904-1056. Now, you had some, we were talking about money-saving tips earlier on.
Yeah.
And I believe you have some very good money-saving tips.
Yeah, no, but you have to play my disclaimer first. I'm not talking about my own experience now, but I'm just saying in general, if people, when they go shopping, if they leave their wife in the car or leave their wife at home, they tend to save a lot of money.
I think some research would show that you're right on that.
Yeah. So, but then you'll have to go and do all the grocery shopping yourself.
That's fine. It's fine.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. That's fine.
See, that's where we're different now.
Problem.
I'd rather get it, spend the money and not do the grocery shopping and go to buy the spices and this thing and this cooking ingredients.
No, Gorimas is quite exciting nowadays. If you go there, there's a lot of other side shows going on. There's the food place there. There's a fellow talking about the pots aside. It's entertaining nowadays. It's not like before where, you just go and ask a lady to dish out the spices.
And then
there's
a whole show going on. And there's a security guard signing the slips. And,
so it's like a whole event.
And he takes it very seriously. And especially when now there's a new shop in Malvern. It just opened up now. So this guy is his first job. And that guy diligently looks at that thing. He looks at what's in the packet. He signs it, and he gives you a smile and gives it back to you. Like he's doing a good job. It's not like checkers. They just look at you, look at your face and the sign on it. Okay, 2 eyes, 1 nose, few teeth. Right,
that's good. That's good. Keep going.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And plus, there's also lots of females. They're not gorimas, but like females in younger ones.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you didn't hear me. No, you didn't hear me loud and clear. So now we know the reason you're actually going there.
No.
Yes.
Gorimas has got good spices.
Because lots of there are more females.
No, we're talking about how to save money. We're talking about how to save money.
Why you going down that road now, man?
We're
on the topic you're trying to change.
While you're on the topic, how's your website coming along?
I don't have a website.
No, isn't they making that one? FF.
Yeah.
Fahim's fault. Huh? The one where you get the second wife and this and that.
I'll tape it on there.
Like now, anytime my wife asks me anything, I just say, no, Fahim.
Yeah, that's Fahim's fault. Yeah, just blame Fahim.
What you look at? No, Fahim said
it. No, Fahim said it.
What you do? Oh, no, Fahim told me. Okay.
How did I get this photo? No, Fahim sent it to me.
Yeah, Fahim.
Who's this girl? No, Fahim
sent
it.
To me. It's not my fault. It's not. You can't say it to me. It's Fahim's fault.
Yeah.
Frank says, Salams, how are we going to shop when the boss keeps the cards? We only keep the reward cards.
Frank. Oh wow! Yeah, you got the points. Remember that she needs to come to you to get the points.
Yeah, but you know how these things too. What a gimmick it is. If you buy 3, you get the third one cheaper. You just buy 1, you're saving on the other 2.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't need it. Yeah.
Like I was speaking to one of this person and said that why you bought these shoes. It was a Nike tacky. And I was like, no man, the quality. I'm like, but you know what? It's made in China, and you get the same one without the stick for 200 rand. With the tick, it's 1,200 rand. So you're actually paying 1,000 rand for the tick. Like, no, can't be. I'm like, you actually are, and they've got us so convinced that a certain sign or a certain, like a tick or a horse or a crocodile, and your price gets increased by times 10. And people believe that, okay, now this gives me a certain image.
Yeah.
So it's all just be one gimmick.
But you go to some of these Indian shops, they're very clever.
Right. Yeah.
They got this as buy 2 for 10 rand.
Yeah.
Or buy 3 for 19.99. You know what I mean? And they also say, oh my gosh, let's take 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So they're actually paying more.
They actually pay more, exactly. Yeah.
You didn't say it's cheaper. We just said buy 3 for 19.99. Yeah.
Whether it's cheaper or not, that's up to your mental maths.
But people don't seem to realize that this whole buy 2 and get 1 free or whatever, it's all a gimmick. It's if you buy 1, you need 1, you buy 1.
Yeah.
That's the most, you are spending the least amount by buying 1.
Absolutely.
You believe that by buying 2 at 7.50, you are saving. But you're spending more money.
I think it plays through the little hoarder aspect.
Like the other day, I was stuck behind one of these delivery bikes, one of these days, I'm going to knock them because really they're getting on my nerves. They really get on my
right there to help.
Okay, but anyway, besides the point, I'm behind this thing and it says there for unlimited free deliveries, 99 rand.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So aren't you paying for it? 99 rand?
Of course.
You're paying a certain amount for it.
Yes.
If you're not going to pay the 99 rand, you're not going to get any free deliveries.
Yeah.
So it's not a free delivery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And they promote you to order more because you're getting it free delivery now.
So it's making you buy everything
in a way
more
it is
than you
good,
want now.
Yeah. And then this take-a-lot thing, they say for how much is 39 rand, you can order as many as you want, and free deliveries, next day delivery and everything. I promise you, I did that, right? Till today, I think I may have ordered 3 or 4 times. I still have not received the next day delivery because when you go to the next day delivery, they'll say not available on this item.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's another racket that they're running. Yeah.
Here's a message saying, Salams, I'm a female. What causes numbness in the hand?
Well, it depends on the age as well. If you're diabetic, also, or if you're a smoker, there's a lot of things that can cause it. But they have to go to the GP and let them do an assessment. But in general, the main causes are usually because of poor circulation. In diabetics, you get what is known as peripheral neuropathy. In smokers, you get what is known as Buerger's disease. And then sometimes anemia can also cause that problem where there's not enough oxygen being circulated to those muscles and those cells, and that's what causes numbness.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you guys are well. Doctor, a family member had high blood pressure, was prescribed a BP medication. He then developed swelling on his feet. He then went back to another doctor who stopped all the medication and said that he should see a urologist. The urologist said his bladder was 6 times its size. Fitted a catheter, and doctors said that this can be related to high blood pressure. Will this get better? What could this be?
No, you see, depending on the age now, men as they reach the age of 50, they start developing what is known as BPH, which is benign prostatic, where the prostate starts to hypertrophy. So you get an increased size in the prostate. So what this does is it causes an obstruction of the urine outflow, you see, the urethra. So this causes urine retention, where the urine is now unable to come out of the bladder, so it expands the bladder. So it will cause what is known as urine retention. So that's when you need to use a catheter. Blood pressure cannot cause an increase in the size of the bladder. Blood pressure can cause problems with the kidney, because the increased pressure on the pipes in the kidney can cause damage. It can cause damage in the eyes. It can cause damage anywhere almost. So it's not true to say that the blood pressure is causing the increased size of the bladder. Swelling of the legs, that is a symptom and a sign of both kidney disease, and it can be a sign of hypertension as well. It can also be a sign of congestive cardiac failure. So basically what happens is the water retains itself in the body. The body retains the water. It doesn't come out, and you start to get swelling on the legs. So in the case of it being caused by hypertension, we are given diuretics, which is what I spoke about earlier, where that excess water is released and the swelling goes down. On the other hand, you have the kidneys which are not working properly, and here too it causes, I don't know if you did biology in school, Ted, your solutes and solvents and this and that. So by not cleaning out, it causes the water to be retained as well, that causes swelling. So obviously when you do go to a doctor and they do see that you have swelling, it's very easy to differentiate whether it's the kidneys that's causing it, whether it's the heart that's causing it, or whether it's both things that are causing it.
That's actually really good.
It says kidney function has also dropped. Blood pressure has now normalized.
Yeah, so it seems to have that under control.
Okay, there we go. That's it for this week. Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Doc.
I have one more question for the doctor.
Okay.
But this is more of like a medical myth. I would like you to be a medical myth buster for me. I've been reading a lot saying that cholesterol is a myth and it's not real. But then I've heard so many people saying that they have cholesterol problems and they take cholesterol medicine. Can you tell me if that's true or not?
No, cholesterol is a myth.
Yeah, that cholesterol is a myth.
No, cholesterol is very real.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's completely real.
Yeah, whether it causes big problems like they say it does, yeah, that could be a myth. But cholesterol is real.
All right, thank you. Because I've been reading everywhere saying that, oh no, big medicine is trying to take our money, cholesterol is fake.
No, the problem is with the treatment of cholesterol, not cholesterol treatment, the statins and things like that. Yeah, pharmaceutical companies are trying to take us for a ride there.
Okay.
So our statins, no, we shouldn't take statins?
No, you should, but that's another show. We'll talk about it one of the other shows.
Okay, and I also believe next week, Friday, we have a special guest coming in, Andre.
Yeah, I'll bring Andre in, and an interesting guy.
Okay, well, looking forward to listening to an interesting guy whose name is Andre. We'll have him next week in studio. That's next week, Friday, inshallah. Well, thank you so much, Doc. We'll talk to you then.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. That's the wrap of the program today. We shall do it again on Monday between 4:30 and 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us here on the Afternoon Jam 2.0. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. From me, Fahim, and the team, Ted and Monley today, we say no to drugs, respect your parents, and be the best you can be. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Africa. The Dua Shifa is brought to you by Africa Muslims Agency. Sponsor a water well or masjid as a means of Shifa. Visit africamuslimsagency.co.za to find out more.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين